Welcome to a short video showing how to calculate the payment of an amortized loan or mortgage loan. An amortized loan, if you look closely at the word, it has the element M-O-R-T, mort. Mort gets its name from, means literally to kill off a loan. So what we're going to do to kill these loans off, if we have to place the future value to 0. This is like a mortgage, purchasing of a building. It's not like a credit card loan. Credit card loans, generally you don't amortize or pay the equal amount. You pay the minimum, so the payment is diminished each payment, and we can hold that loan over an individual for many, many months, whereas our years, in this case, it will be set. An example A, the purchase of a building, we're going to make 5 equal payments over 5 years at 10% to pay the $100,000 off. Or on example B, we're going to show how this Hewlett-Packard calculator was really originally designed as a realtor calculator. Let's first start with the purchase of a building. I'm going to use the Excel function to determine the price. There we go, there's the payment. In this case, the rate is, and we're going to make 5 payments. The present value is 100. Now, if you look closely, I left the payment, the present value of the $1 million factory as positive, because if you purchase a factory, it's considered an asset. So you now have to pay back a series of $263,797.48 payments back over 5 years. In the Hewlett-Packard 10B2 calculator, it's the same way. We're looking for payment. So we're going to make 5 equal payments, 10%. The original $1 million loan, so the payment is, there's the $263,797.48. You notice I left the future value 0 because I left the future value out because the calculator will assume 0. Now, the Hewlett-Packard calculator was originally designed for realtors for purchasing of homes. So let's go ahead and change the calculator back to its original function of 12 payments a year. One of the few loans that you make and each month 12 times a year, and the interest is also compounded 12 times a year, is a mortgage. Therefore, this is what the calculator was designed for. So we're going to go ahead and purchase a $100,000 house. Again, it's a present value. I'll leave it negative because it's an asset. Now I'm going to make 360 in payments. 360 is 12 times 30. 30 years at 12 payments is 360 payments. The interest rate is 10%, and the home mortgage payment is $877.57. I'm going to leave this in the calculator for a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and calculate it once again, this time using Excel. Go to Formulas, Finance, and Payment. Pull this over here, and if we look, I'm going to put the rate as this, but I'm going to divide by 12. In essence, that's the monthly period rate, and I'm going to put 360 here because we're making 360 payments, and the present value and the future value, of course, is 0, and $877.57. $877.57. Now, leaving the payment in, you should notice the top right button on the Excel calculator, or I'm sorry, on your Hewlett-Packard 10B2 calculator states future value. Just below it in gold, it says amort. With this function, we can look at sections of payments or just one individual payment and determine how much of that particular payment goes to interest and principal. For instance, I want to know on my 100th payment how much of that $877.57 is going to use to pay off the principal, how much is going to pay off the interest, and of course how much is left over after the 100th payment. In this case, all I have to do is say I want 100 input gold bar amort. And if you notice, I have the 100 to 100, and if I hit the equals key, it tells me the $877.57 payment. Only 100 goes to principal, $100.60. I'm still paying $776.97 in interest, and I still owe $93,135.76 on the principal. And it seems like a lot. It is, because just a simple calculation of 877.57 times 360 shows that we pay for a $100,000 house $315,000. That's $215,000 in interest, and the majority of the interest is usually paid in the first 17 years. Hence, I always tell my students to pay extra if they can afford it, and they don't have that money sitting in an account drawing a higher rate at some other location, or just set up as a 15-year fixed.